This episode of the All About Nothing podcast is sponsored by listeners like you and Big Media LLC, encouraging you to check your voter registration. In a world where every voice counts, ensuring your registration is accurate and up to date is the simplest, most effective way to guarantee your vote is heard. Don't leave your participation to chance. Take a moment today and verify your status and stay ready for the next election by visiting theallaboutnothing.com/voter. Welcome, everyone, to the All About Nothing podcast, kind of daily show. I am Barrett Gruber, host of the All About Nothing podcast. You can find me across all social media at Barrett Gruber. With me is Brock, coordinator of the Soda City Comic Con, coming up this weekend, August 22nd, 23rd at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center. Tickets still available. They'll be available at the door. Make sure that you come out and join us. It is going to be an absolutely epic weekend in pop culture and comics and pinball games and all of that. Everything.
You would think you work for us. Hype man. You're the hype man. You're a hype man.
Do I need to bring my bullhorn to scream at the people in line? Yeah?
Maybe.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Maybe.
We'll
Not the worst thing to bring.
We could do that. If you want to participate in the show, you can do that. You can chat with us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. You can find links at the top of our webpage, theallaboutnothing.com. Please follow and subscribe wherever it is you are watching or hearing us. Let us get started. So first of all, we didn't do an episode Monday.
I propose that we change the name of the show to the Kind of Weekly Show because the Kind of Daily's falling off. I was in. You were just like, I was in. Well, someone's coming to visit. Come here.
I can't even remember why I didn't.
Look who came to see me. It's our mascot is a puppy. And she went to the groomers last week. Look how cute and fluffy she is.
That is nice.
Yes. She is
nice.
a super cute. Yeah, it's Kiko. We see you. All right, go play.
I can't remember what. I had an interview. I was interviewing Richard Rissick, who is running for Attorney General for the Democratic Party in the November election. He is the nominee for Attorney General.
So
that's why.
So but the curse is still real. Right?
Son of a bitch. Do you want me to endorse you for mayor? Is that what you're asking for?
No, because I'm not running. But yeah, get somebody on here that's going to win, bruh. You said he's running for Secretary of State?
I interviewed. No, he's running for Attorney General. I have interviewed some winners. Give me a second. I can think of some. Yeah,
I've won
you've won.
Twice.
Yeah, you won. Also, Russell Ott, he's won state senate.
Yeah,
so
he's won.
You know,
I like him. I've met him. Nice guy.
I would not say that I had any influence in his win, but I am still pleased that he did win. I can say that for certain. But I'm interviewing Zion Khalifa, who is running against Joe Wilson here in the congressional 2. Yeah, I know you make face, but you know Joe Wilson is nothing if not completely useless for the state of South Carolina. I mean, you know,
Joe means jobs.
Has he? I mean,
I haven't seen any, but
literally in the 25 years that he has been in this position, I think the only thing that he has actually done that his name was on is rename a post office for the person that he succeeded. So that's it. 25 years.
He
yelled at Obama.
Yell out, you know what? That was a very profitable night. He raised $1 million on that. So that wasn't the worst strategy. I got to give him a little bit of credit.
Did I tell you? So when that happened back in 2009, I was actually a contracted photographer for the AP, and I took pictures outside of Joe Wilson's office because there was a crowd of protesters after that happened, and I took pictures. The AP was posting those pictures almost in real time on their news page, and Joe Wilson had the West Columbia Police Department come and escort me off of the property. Like they came and found me and removed me from the property for taking pictures. There was probably 80 or 90 people out there protesting against him. So
I mean, you could have stood on the sidewalk and there wasn't anything they could have done.
Yeah, well, I just decided that I had earned my $300 for the day and I was going home.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Let's talk about real quick. Soda City I say real quick. Soda City Comic Con coming up this weekend. Doors are going to open at 10 on Saturday.
9:30 for VIP.
9:30 for VIP. How many are there VIP tickets still available, or are they gone yet?
There are about 20 left, and
Okay.
we've got the rest of this evening, all day tomorrow, all day Friday, and I think they cut off Friday at 8:00 or noon or something. They cut off Friday. If there's still a few left, we'll probably extend them on. But we want to have almost all our VIP packets made. So if you're looking for VIP, we do expect them to sell out. It's totally, there's more value than the cost. So, and the only way to get them is online. I mean, if there were a few extra and somebody asked for one, I mean, we could throw one together, but that's not really what we're looking to do. But yeah, there are a few VIP left. At 9:30 for VIP, you can come pick your VIP packet up early on Friday from noon to 6 at the convention center. So that's also a nice little perk. And Sundays 11 to 5, but you can get in 10:30 for VIP as well on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
The lineup for the con, of course, we got the big one that I'm excited about, Peter Weller. I wanted to just first say I did actually watch The Adventures of
Banzai Buckaroo.
No, it's Buckaroo Banzai through the Eighth Dimension. And I have to say that this movie confused me at a level I don't think I've ever experienced before. But then I started doing some research into like the cult following of this movie. Like, it didn't do great in the box office, but like since it was now it's available. I think it's even on YouTube. If you have YouTube Premium, YouTube or whatever, you can watch it for free. Everyone that watches this movie, there are so many things from this movie that I have seen referenced in other movies. In fact, Ready Player One, which was a huge movie, all about virtual reality and these kids trying to save basically an entire city.
Columbus.
Yeah. But like, there are like, at one point in the dance scene, like the main character is dressed up like Buckaroo Banzai. And so like, it's just incredible. And then the cast, you've got of course, Dr. Peter Weller, you've got John Lithgow, you've got Jeff Goldblum, Mike from Breaking Bad dies in one of the it was the quickest, most absurd death I've ever seen in my entire life, because John Lithgow, who is an alien in this movie, who's trying to get back to Planet 10, basically just lifts him up on the wall and with one hand just cracks his neck, and then Mike from Breaking Bad is dead. It was nice. It's one of the oddest movies I've ever seen, but it was good. Like it was fun. Like, it was fun.
Well,
so
yeah, okay.
I want to ask him. I want to ask Peter Weller some questions about, or if I, depending on how many questions I can get in before we move over to audience questions, I definitely want to ask him some questions about Banzai, or Buckaroo Banzai. It was So I watched this movie to prepare for Saturday. It'll be incredibly interesting.
There you go. And you are moderating that panel.
Yeah. And I appreciate.
Look at your boy throwing you a bone.
That's right. I appreciate the opportunity to do this. It's an honor to be able to do this for what is essentially a very important organization, company that you are responsible for. And it's like you're giving me the keys to the car for a little while.
I don't know if I'd call it important, but it's a little bit of fun, a little bit of work, a little bit of stress.
Yeah, I imagine this week must be crazy.
Well, actually, it's not that bad, because we've got, I have the best staff.
Yeah,
and they're actually in my house right now. They're actually
Are they
in my
really?
house right now, folding T-shirts for me. Yeah, while I do this, one of them's looking at me like I'm an asshole.
Tell them to bring one of the T-shirts. I haven't seen the T-shirts yet.
Bring me one of the T-shirts, please.
I haven't seen the
If y'all don't
t-shirts
mind,
yet.
Please, preferably one that's not folded. Here we go. Here's Vanna coming in, and they just literally arrived today. So this is the black one.
Yeah.
And it's just got our nice little signature logo on the front. And then boom, we've got this nice Vader with the Columbia skyline with his lightsaber. I don't know how I can't really see.
No, I can see it. That's cool.
That's good right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. Val, you want to grab one of the red ones? So this is one shirt, and we have this. We have the black shirt from extra small, which was by request, up to 5XL. Well, the people were like, you should get some kids t-shirts. So we're like, okay, they don't really sell kids t-shirts, but extra small or small. So we got some extra small. The shirt troll told us to get some extra smalls. So that's Shannon. She's Poppy. And then this is the one I kind of the most excited about.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Kool-Aid. So you got red with the logo on the front, and then this is where it's going to be cool. But this is the one I think people are going to really love.
That is cool. That is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna need to pick one of those up.
Woo-hoo!
That is cool.
Woo-hoo!
That is very cool.
Yeah. So
I'm
excited. You go. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that.
Oh, by the way, we can probably find a shirt to give you since you're helping me out over the weekend. I mean, it's the least I can do. I can take you to Black Dog and make John pay, but I can give you a shirt.
I will.
Black
Dog
Pizza, great pizza downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Cheap plug. Check them out if you're in town. It's awesome. It's really good pizza. It really is good pizza.
We'll give them the plug bell. Is that was one of the things that I was asked was if I'm hosting these panels, is there a dress code for it?
Yes.
And I thought,
wear clothes.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's fair. But I was slightly concerned that I needed to make sure I had my tux ready, or which I think that would have been entertaining.
I mean, I think if you walked out full blown tux, I think that it would be like, oh shit, this is a classiest. I mean, you look at me like what I'm rocking right now. It's Christmas in August. I just got out of the shower and threw on my J. Crew Christmas pajamas because I'm like shutting down for the day. I've already loaded up my truck. I'm off work for the rest of the week. We're doing WACH interview in the morning, and then we're ready to go. It's rubber on the road. So I'm in wind down mode. But I think that if you showed up in a full tux with tails and everything, I think that'd be awesome. I'll even cover your dry cleaning bill after the fact. That would be nuts. You walk up there like you're Caesar Flickerman from Hunger Games or something.
Yeah.
Get some big spiked up blue hair or something, and yeah.
I realize I really hyped that up, but I don't own a tux.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Steve and I were talking earlier today, and we kind of had a running joke that we were talking about, RoboCop, and it'd be funny if RoboCop's wang is like the stick that they use in Men in Black. So if you had one of those things, and he whips it out, and he shocks, and you lose your memory after, whatever. Just
there was there's a video.
We can edit that out.
I'm afraid not. This is live. There was a video Zach sent me of them talking about Peter Weller or Dr. Peter Weller when he was filming RoboCop, and in the scene towards the end where he's got the mask off and he's walking on the scaffolding up on top, that apparently there is a story that he would not allow them to start the actual filming of that scene until he got some Oreos. Have you ever heard this?
No, but you know what? You can confirm that over the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping, and I'm going to try and
Should I bring a packet of Oreos for you to hand him?
I was thinking that I might grab some Oreos at a convenience store that I can just have there. But I was also thinking, because Lauren and her husband are fantastic with the production value. I don't know if there's an opportunity to potentially have her queue up something on the screens. We're going to have the two big screens?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We could potentially queue up that story because he plays it. Dr. Peter Weller plays it so straight. Like he has no idea what the director or the person telling the story is talking about. And then at the very end, he finally breaks down laughing because okay, yeah, the joke's out. Yeah, I did this or whatever. But he literally the director said that he went to him with a handful of Oreos and shoved it in his own face. Anyway, I don't want to ruin it, but it's quite funny. It's quite funny.
You can. I'm assuming you're going to come down on Friday and get a lay of the land and all that stuff. Well, Lauren will be setting up. I mean, you can queue up all that kind of stuff and just make sure when we're going to have to between not to reveal too much of the secret sauce, but you two will need some sort of
signals. We got
signals to know when it's time to wrap up and all that other stuff.
I might tell her just to hit me in the face or in the eye with like one of those high-powered laser beams. Because last time I was on with Leroy, she literally had to walk halfway down the aisle and waving her hands at us because I think we had gone over like 3 or 4 minutes, and she was like, "We gotta go." Yeah,
we need to get one of those like big like clocks, that have like a countdown at the back so you can see it. That wouldn't be the worst idea.
Well, when I was doing stand-up, we just had a red light in the back. They would flip a red light on, and that's how we knew our time was up. So I think that's still how they do it. They might anyway. So Dr. Peter Weller, of course, Robocop, Buckaroo Banzai. He was in Star Trek Into Darkness. I mean, like he's got an outstanding career. Also, some of the other actors and voiceover artists, Curtis Armstrong from Revenge of the Nerds, Julia Montgomery from Revenge of the Nerds, Larry B. Scott from Revenge of the Nerds. We've got 2 of the X-Men 97 voiceover artists, Catherine Disher, who is, of course, Jean Grey, Chris Britton, who also has an outstanding acting career. He is the voice of Sinister, which is awesome because Sinister made an appearance in X-Men 97, but there is talk, and actually, it's not even talk anymore. Apparently, Adam Driver has been cast as Mr. Sinister.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
For Secret Wars. So
live action.
No, X-Men movie. The new X-Men movie. So these are huge. You got Taylor Gray and Tia Sarkar, who were at Coastal Comic Con in March. So they're coming back. And another big name, Wilson Bethel, who is Bullseye, right? From the Born Again series.
Yep.
Daredevil. I mean, kudos on all of the celebrities that you all got to come this time. It's a fantastic lineup. I'm excited. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Also, there's Brian Massey is going to be there. Bryn,
April. Brent April or Brent April. I don't know how she says it. We'll figure it out on Saturday or Friday when we pick them up. But yeah, we got a little anime, a little Marvel, some classics, an up and comer in Wilson. Some 80s icons. Just a nice, well-rounded lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Also, the 501st is going to be right outside of the Celebrity Hall and the panel room. They are fun to have around. I'm trying to think of. I always have a hard time remembering their organized. Well, I know. I have a hard time remembering the actual coordinator for the 501st. He lives here in Alvin.
Alvin Johnson.
Yeah. Have we heard from him? I know he had some medical issues.
I haven't heard from him lately.
I really hope that we get to see him again sometime soon. He is he's a fantastic guy.
So, I've got this shirt from ZJZDesigns.com. It's one of their Thanksgiving prints, and I wore it to family dinner last year. I got more compliments on that thing than any of the food that we brought. Seriously, their stuff is clever, it's comfy, and it's always a conversation starter. Whether you're into spooky Halloween teas, patriotic vibes, or you just want something original that doesn't look like it came from a big box store, check them out. ZJZ Designs. They've got new prints all the time, and I guarantee you'll find one that fits your vibe. Check out ZJZDesigns.com.
But it's going to be a huge weekend. Of course, the week started out, and the only reason that I really wish we had done a show on Monday was because of the announcement of Hayden Pinteri's passing, who of course played the cheerleader in Heroes. She was also in Nashville and several other things, but that's where I remember her from the most was Heroes. She, save the cheerleader, save the world. That is one of those things that I remember. And now it's like, is the world doomed because we didn't save the cheerleader?
Well, fun fact, we actually reached out to her representatives a few years ago trying to actually get her as a guest, and it just could never connect.
Yeah. Well,
so we had actually, at one point we had some interest, but yes, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. What they initially reported was that she had gone into cardiac arrest, and then there was some speculation made because apparently first responders said that they either found pills or drugs or something like that when they came to assist initially, but that is purely speculation. I know that she had a pretty intense battle with addiction over the course of the last 15 years or so, and but it really seemed like, I mean, she wrote a book, she was doing interviews about that specific time in her life. And I felt like just in some of the stuff that I'd read or that I'd heard was that was over, that she had, because when you're an addict, you're always an addict. You're just always fighting the behavior of an addict. You're always trying to break yourselves away from it. It's kind of like alcoholism. It's a disease. It's hard to break. You just have to continue to try to keep yourself from succumbing to it. And but then we learned Sunday or Monday morning that she had passed away. The autopsy came back very quickly, and there wasn't anything mentioned about any drug abuse or that there were drugs in her system, but toxicology reports take weeks to come back. So nothing definitive will be announced until that is all completed. But my hope is that that she didn't suffer. I think that every interview I ever saw with her, any time I heard someone talk about her, it always seemed as though this was a sincerely sweet person. And, my condolences go out to the family and friends and even the cast members, the people that were in the television shows with her have all said that it's shocking that she's no longer with us. So that's a really difficult thing. She died at the age of like 36. I think her birthday is literally Friday. Her birthday is literally this Friday. She would be 37, I guess. Was shocking. So, but yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about as well. I know I think we talked about it a little bit last week, but we got Darlene Graham and Ralph Norman will be in the run-up or the runoff for the Republican primary for the South Carolina election for Republicans for the Senate. And I watched a little bit of the debate last night, and ultimately in the end, I don't want to say, I don't know how important it is for someone that is going in to the Senate for the first time to not really have a background in, say, foreign policy or defense. But they asked Darlene Graham a very specific question about her stance or what have you on the relationship of the United States with Taiwan in the South China Sea. And her answer did not give me any confidence that she has the ability to think on her feet, because the answer she gave was, I'm not really versed in military. My brother was in the military. My father was in the military. And that was as far as it went. I don't I don't know what the level of education is when it comes to students nowadays, and knowing that Taiwan for the United States is one of those breakpoints against communist China. China wants Taiwan because of resources and technology, and that's the chips are built there. It's a huge industry in Taiwan that China would like, and ultimately, our relationship with China only gets strained every time we refer to Taiwan as a country, or if there's ever anything that sort of gives recognition to an independent Taiwan. And for Darlene Graham not to realize just how important that is for the United States, I mean, is beyond me. But I'm also going to say I really don't want Ralph Norman to be the next senator from South Carolina. The man is 83 years old or something like that. I think he's 83.
Well,
it's
if he
too
wins, we'll just be doing this again in a couple of years more than likely. So exactly. Look at it like that. But yeah, I think that I mean, on the one hand, you kind of want to say kudos to you because you didn't make up some BS answer. You just kind of told the truth. Like, I'm not really versed on this, but it's not very hard for an individual with any level of decent common sense to kind of realize the U.S. and Taiwan share a very strategic partnership, and it's imperative that the U.S. maintain that partnership, if for no other reason to, like you said, be able to manufacture high-end semis like Taiwan Semiconductors, headquartered in Taiwan.
Yeah.
I'm sure SanDisk and Samsung and some of these other companies between Taiwan and South Korea. I mean, most of your semiconductors and your wafers and all that, that's where they come from. And if nothing more, they have the technology, and they're willing and happy to share it with us and bring manufacturing over here. I know Taiwan Semi is opening up a massive assembly or manufacturing plant, I think in Arizona. They announced that a couple of years ago. And it's, the push. I know the U.S. government invested money in Intel. They took a stake in Intel, which is a little unusual, but whatever is what it is. But there's going to be a push to move manufacturing of high-end semiconductors, GPUs, all that stuff. You think NVIDIA, you think Intel, you think Taiwan Semi, you think Western Digital. A lot of these companies is to ensure that we have the latest and greatest technology. And not only that, we have access to it, and then we can actually get them to bring it over here to the U.S.
Right.
So we don't have to worry about if shit hits the fan in the South China Sea and Taiwan. But we also have an agreement with them that, if you are attacked, the U.S. is there to defend you. It's kind of like a NATO agreement. Attack on one is attack on all. Like, they attack you, we're coming. I mean, we're already there. I mean, we have the Pacific Fleet, and I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah,
so to not know that Taiwan is a very strategic partnership and friend of the U.S. I mean, that's all you'd have to say, really. And yes, and of course we need to continue to nurture and grow and reinforce that to make sure that China realizes that you're not just going to show up one day and just take over the whole place, because they probably could in a matter of days. I mean, they could
easily.
They could what's it called? Like a siege. Create a siege.
No, they could absolutely put a blockade around Taiwan, and that would be it.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's preference said is that how Skynet started.
I mean, 49,999,999 South Carolinians know this, Barrett. Apparently one doesn't.
Hold on. You did say 49 million?
49,999,999. Yes. They know all this about Taiwan. Of the 50 million, apparently only one doesn't know.
Could you imagine if we had 50 million people in this state? I would never leave my house. Like the
fourth or fifth most populated state in the union or something like that, wouldn't we? I don't know how many.
It would be the second. It would be the second most populated behind California, because California's got 54 and a half million.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That would. Yeah. And
man, we'd have like 48 congressional districts or something. I mean, it'd be ridiculous. Everywhere.
But we'd have like 48 or 50. I mean, that is
And still 2 senators.
Just 2 senators. That's right. And don't even get me started, because as far as I'm concerned, and I don't care who hears this or what they have to say, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, and Idaho should just be one state. 2 senators. You're talking roughly 3.5 million people between those 4 states, 5 states or whatever. That's all you need. That you can get your 4 congressional districts out of there, your 2 senators. Like, it's absurd. That grouping of states has fewer people in it than the state of South Carolina. They don't deserve they don't deserve 10 senators.
Countryside. They got some beautiful countryside.
I'll never deny that. Call it the Montana territory or whatever. Call the whole thing Montana. I don't care, or the Northwest Territory, whatever. But
can we name the capital Hannah?
Sure.
Be Hannah, Montana.
Hannah, Montana.
There we go. Yeah.
But the fact that those 10 states, or those 5 states combined, have 10 senators to them, 10, that is a fifth of all of the Senate. Or no, it's a tenth of it. Sorry, there's 100 senators, but that's a tenth of the senators. The power that has is just
But on the flip side, they only have 5 or 6 House members, so
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that works.
Preference is right. If there were 47 or 48 million, 49 million people here in South Carolina, it would absolutely be a nightmare getting to the gym, regardless of the time of day. Absolutely. 100%.
I love how the viewers assume that at least that both of us go to the gym. There's one of us that goes. I'll let them figure out who it is. Show of hands. It's not me.
Oh, I was going to say it's definitely.
No, it's definitely you. It's you. Oh, I know it's you. Not me.
Actually, and I'm going to give a shout out to the Planet Fitness in Red Bank, South Carolina. Literally opened yesterday. I went there for the first time this morning to do my workout. Very lovely facility. It's laid out very well. Feels a little crowded, but
that'll wear off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I say crowded, I mean as far as like how they have all of the equipment laid out. It feels jammed in there. But because I go at 3:30 in the morning and there is no crowd, which is perfect for me because I don't have to make eye contact with anybody. Favorite part of going to the gym. Come on, Brock, there are too many people going to the gym to just socialize. Like, I see, even when I'm there at 3:30 in the morning, I see them. They're all just, they're hanging out, they're talking. And I'm in my head, I'm trying to accomplish something before I have to go home and shower and start working for the day. Like, it's just, I don't know. And maybe it's because I don't have anybody to
talk to them. Nobody says you have to talk to them.
I know. And I appreciate that I don't have to talk to them. It's lovely. I appreciate it. Trust me, by the end of this weekend, I will probably feel peopled out. That is just a symptom of my social anxiety, but I will get through it because it is going to be a blast. So we will wrap it up with simply telling everyone the tickets for the Soda City Comic Con this weekend at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center here in Columbia, South Carolina, are available online. You can also buy them at the entry of the facility.
Yep, we can't run out. We'll sell you a ticket even if you don't have a wristband. If we run out of wristbands, we'll still get you in.
Any preliminary numbers on how many tickets have been sold for this weekend yet?
I don't know. I mean, the last 2-3 days leading up to the event are bonkers. So
yeah,
it's you don't really know. I think we're gonna have a good crowd and it feels good. I think people are excited. It gives people something to do. It's going to be nice and cool indoors. It's not going to be super hot this weekend.
Yeah, it's not.
It's going to rain in the late evening and cool everything off. It's not going to rain during the show, so come out and
dress up too.
Dress up, yeah.
Dress up. I am hoping that one of the things that I want to do because you've kind of granted me creative ability for this to create shorts and things like that. I need to legitimately get some really good video B-roll for next year's all the reels that we're going to do for that, because I pieced together as much as I could from what was available, but it's going to be a really good time. So that is what we're going to wrap it up on. Go get your tickets now. SodaCityComicCon.com. Lots of things to see and do this weekend. Go ahead and get your 2-day tickets. You're going to want to come back. Like, you're not going to be able to do everything that there is to do or see in one day. So you're going to want to come back. Also, you got me and Zach and I are going to be judging the Kids Play contest, cosplay contest this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did it. Ami and I did it last year, and it was a blast. What was the gentleman's name? The wrestler that we did it with?
Oh, Sean.
Sean, yes.
And you know what? And this is funny because we told everybody we get a couple of emails every year asking us to bring in wrestlers. And I'll tell you, I'll let people know a little bit of the secret sauce. If they wrestle for WWE, if they're a company man or a company woman, you cannot get them. They're just under contract. You just cannot do it. It doesn't matter. There's not enough money that they'll accept. They're willing to let them do because they're working Mondays and Fridays and then they're traveling in a couple of days at home. You can't get them. But you can get some of the WWE ID people because once they jump to NXT or WWE, they are locked in. Now you can get some AEW people, but that's just basic. I mean, there's only one wrestling, and we're WWE fans at my house. So we told everybody that Sean was going to get the call up, and this was your chance to meet him if you wanted to do so. And guess what happened?
Did he get a call up?
He got the call up, and he's been on TV. Now, he got hurt. He hurt his knee at one point, and he was kind of on the shelf for a little while, but he's better, and he's back, and you can check him out on Tuesday nights on CW starting at 8 o'clock. He is on NXT, and he's an NXT superstar, and he will one day, he will be a WWE superstar. Mark my words. He will make it to the main roster, either on SmackDown or Raw, and I hope one day that we actually get to go see him, and I'll hold up my picture that Ethan has with him and what's his name? Who's the other guy?
Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were a trip. They were absolutely last year either between those two or John Heater. Those were my favorite interviews last year. Like, Zach got to do the interview with John Heater, but doing Jackson and Sean was just epic because they were.
There's my boy right there. I don't want to show holding up the NXT. No, that's not the NXT. That's the Evolve title. He was so happy he got to hold that belt. I mean, he was on cloud 9.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
that's awesome. But yeah, they were epic. And congratulations, Sean, because that's awesome.
Absolutely, well deserved.
Outside of the wrestling, he was an absolute sweetheart. Like that's the only way to describe him. He was just so friendly, and how he interacted, how I watched him interact with people was just fantastic. Jackson was fun. Yeah. He was fun. He was always on character, but just they were fun. I was really got to meet him. So
yeah, they put on a hell of a panel. Yeah,
we will wrap it up this episode as the last episode before Soda City Comic Con. Again, SodaCityComicCon.com. Tickets available at the door as well, but you can buy your tickets online if you'd like. And Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday is 11 to 5. And plenty of panels, so many vendors. It's going to be an absolute blast. Make sure you get your tickets or get your tickets at the door and come out because it's going to be an absolute fun time. So
yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Going to do it for this episode. Big thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget you can follow me at Barrett Gruber. That's me. Thanks for liking and hitting that bell. Brock here as well. Go to SodaCityComicCon.com and follow all of the social media accounts. Announcements come out through there. Also, at some point, I guess we'll be announcing Coastal Comic Con in March. So that will be a topic coming up in future episodes. So.
Yep, and we can, I've got a council meeting next Monday, so depending on how long that takes, we might not be able to pop in, or Barrett will have to run solo, but we can definitely do a recap episode at a minimum on Wednesday, week from today.
Well, and I can announce it. Zach is coming back to the All About Nothing podcast. He's got his schedules freeing up, so we'll be able to...
I'm going to get booted.
No, quit that. All right. Thanks for liking and hitting that bell. If you can, give us a 5-star review, leave a comment. Until next time, you all stay safe, be kind, and keep your hands to yourself. You're not getting booed.
Sad Brock.
Oh, don't do that.
Be the greatest threesome in podcast history.
Well, you've made it to the end. You survived the rambling, the tangents, and whatever nonsense we just subjected your ears to. Congratulations. Now that your brain is sufficiently scrambled, how about doing something productive for democracy? Before you go off to forget everything you just heard, do yourself a favor and double-check that your voter registration is actually legit at theallaboutnothing.com/voter. It's about the only way to make sure your vote counts, even if your taste in podcast is questionable. The preceding podcast is solely owned by the host or hosts and is distributed by Big Media, LLC. Copyright 2026.